Hello, everybody. We finally had finished the book Myths Every Child Should Know, which was my mother's childhood book. And this is one of the companion books, Grimm's Fairy Tales, which is what we're doing next, just for fun. Switch it up a bit. So, some of them are super, super short. This one is going to be the first story, and it is super, super short. So there's quite a few stories, as you can see. All these, a lot of them are very short, but we like short and sweet anyway. The Rabbit's Bride, Six Soldiers of Fortune, Clever Gretel, Hans in Luck, The Goose Girl, The Frog Prince, Cat and Mouse in Partnership, The Wolf and the Seven Little Goats, Faithful John, Rapunzel, The Three Little Men in the Wood, The Three Spinsters, Hansel and Gretel, The White Snake, The Fisherman and His Wife, The Gallant Tailor, Aschenputtel, Mother Hulda, Little Red Riding Hood, The Bremen Town Musicians, Prudent Hans, Clever Elsa, Tom Thumb, Tom Thumb's Travels, The Elves, The Six Swans, The Sleeping Beauty, King Thrushbeard, Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin, The Golden Bird, and The Golden Goose. That's a lot, and a lot of them you know. Why do you know them? Because Disney took them and made them into their own thing. That is why you know them. A lot of these stories are not their original stories. They were written long time ago. So, you're going to get a chance to listen to all these stories. And today we are doing The Rabbit's Bride, which is very, very short. This is a very, very, very short video. And then I'm going to stop this video and record the next one right after, which is also not that long. There's a lot of really short ones, but I will put them all in a playlist. And eventually, I think when we're done the whole book, I'll put them into one long playlist. A really, really long one. And then eventually you can just listen to the whole thing through. But right now, we have to wait until we get through it all, which might take some time. I don't know. All right. So, here we are starting The Rabbit's Bride. There was once a woman who lived with her daughter in a beautiful cabbage garden, and there came a rabbit and ate up all the cabbages. At last said the woman to her daughter, "Go into the garden and drive out the rabbit." "Shoo, shoo," said the maiden, "don't eat up all our cabbages, little rabbit." "Come, maiden," said the rabbit, "sit on my tail and go with me to my rabbit hutch." But the maiden would not. Another day, back came the rabbit and ate away at the cabbages until the woman said to her daughter, "Go into the garden and drive away the rabbit." "Shoo, shoo," said the maiden, "don't eat up all our cabbages, little rabbit." "Come, maiden," said the rabbit, "sit on my tail and go with me to my rabbit hutch." But the maiden would not. Again, a third time, back came the rabbit and ate away at the cabbages until the woman said to her daughter, "Go into the garden and drive away the rabbit." "Shoo, shoo," said the maiden, "don't eat up all our cabbages, little rabbit." "Come, maiden," said the rabbit, "sit on my tail and go with me to my rabbit hutch." And then the girl seated herself on the rabbit's tail, and the rabbit took her to his hutch. "Now," said he, "set to work and cook some bran and cabbage. I am going to bid the wedding guests." And soon they were all collected. Would you like to know who they were? Well, I can only tell you what was told to me. All the hares came, and the crow, who was to be the parson, to marry them, and the fox for the clerk, and the altar was under the rainbow. But the maiden was sad. because she was so lonely. Get up, said the rabbit. The wedding folk are all merry. But the bride wept and said nothing. And the rabbit went away, but very soon came back again. Get up, said he. The wedding folk are waiting. But the bride said nothing, and the rabbit went away. Then she made a figure of straw and dressed it in her own clothes and gave it a red mouth and set it to watch the kettle of bran, and then she went home to her mother. Back again came the rabbit, saying, Get up, and he went up and hit the straw figure on the head so that it tumbled down. And the rabbit thought that he had killed his bride, and he went away and was very sad. That was the end, by the way. Now, Grimm's fairy tales are extremely dark. If you didn't know, if you've never actually read or listened to the stories from Grimm's fairy tales, they are way dark. They are not something that by today's standards we would read to children. That being said, my channel is not rated for anybody under the age of 18. So please don't have your children listen to any of these, unless you listen to them first and deem them okay for your own children. But I wouldn't recommend trusting this book. Yeah, that was like an extreme abuse type situation, which actually kind of reminds me of, it's actually representative of what a lot of women go through in an abusive marriage or partnership. And yeah, not a pretty story, not a pretty one whatsoever. But we must read it because it's there and you need to know that it exists. It's not one of my favorites, that's for sure. Okay, the next one that we're going to read is The Six Soldiers of Fortune. However, we will stop this video here and see you for the next story.